The Bible's core message, made clear. Welcome to the Bible Point. Today, through the Gospel of Luke, we will examine the mission Jesus himself proclaimed. After beginning his ministry, Jesus taught in many synagogues throughout Galilee before going to Nazareth, the town where he had grown up. In the synagogue there, he opened the scriptures and read the words of the prophet Isaiah. The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. Through these words, Jesus declared his mission. He came to earth to proclaim the Lord's year of favor. Here, the Lord's year of favor refers to the Jubilee mentioned in the law. In Isaiah, it is also described as the year of the Lord's favor, which likewise signifies the Jubilee. The Jubilee was a year that came every 50 years in Israel, when all debts were forgiven, slaves were set free, and the land returned to its original owners. It was God's special year of grace, bringing liberation from poverty and oppression. Through the Jubilee, God gave everyone the opportunity for a fresh start, rather than to inherit wealth, so that all could live as human beings. However, Israel did not observe the Jubilee throughout its history. This was because the privileged classes did not want to lose their property and power. Therefore, Jesus came to earth to fulfill the true meaning of the Jubilee. The liberation Jesus accomplished is revealed in three ways. First, economic liberation. He came to ensure that no one goes hungry because of poverty. Second, social liberation. He breaks down all distinctions of status and class. Third, spiritual liberation. He saves those oppressed by the power of sin and death through the cross. The Jubilee movement begun by Jesus was entrusted to the church after the Lord's ascension. Therefore, the church today must strive for economic, social, and spiritual liberation in today's society. This is the mission the church must fulfill as the Lord's hands and feet. However, many churches today lack a deep understanding of the Jubilee and fail to grasp the full scope of Jesus' mission. Consequently, while zealous in soul winning, they often neglect those suffering economic hardship and the oppression of the vulnerable in society. However, like the Lord, the church must become a friend to the weak, speak on their behalf, and work together to bring about their economic and social liberation. At the same time, the church must also pursue their spiritual liberation. Only then will the church fully inherit Jesus' mission. I earnestly hope that throughout the church today, the call to proclaim the Jubilee and following Jesus will resound powerfully.